Okay, so yeah, this is I pretty much like I don't want to be playing a lot of Amumu this season, but I want an AP pick that doesn't require a lot of games to like pull off well. Um, and so far on my whatever like 15 games on Amumu, it seems
Yeah,
quite effective and straightforward.
this skin is
Um,
nice.
definitely like more team reliant than the other two, like Zen and Wukong, in terms of like extended fights.
Yeah,
Early, you seem to be able to like get kills pretty easily. Um, just from like if someone's out of position gank wise and whatnot,
yeah, this is
and
something you gotta watch out for as well, by the way.
like
Um,
getting in because you get low.
yeah, the fourth camp, like when you do blue buff, yeah, it's like a pretty common thing. So if you
Yeah,
get,
like
if you,
I should have skipped red. Like right, I should have gone
yeah, you
to
drop the war and then skip the red.
yeah. What would you say are like his downsides as you get higher up? Like getting invaded early,
Um,
obviously like DPS
Basically,
in team fights.
his downsides, I would say basically is his first three levels, and then after his first three levels, the next downside would be um probably just hmm, gee, I'm thinking of the upside. I think the downside.
Like it feels like he falls off quicker in terms of like being a high damage tank than something like a Zac. Like you know what I mean? I am finding sometimes I get to like the mid to late and I'm like, okay, my impact is like a lot less than I would like it to be. Whereas in these like early skirmishes, I feel so fucking strong.
Yeah, I mean this is gonna be the golems, minion wave, and grubs are gonna be your raptors are your ideal place to fight, right?
Yeah.
Because of your E. Um, like yeah, like just example here. Like your E cooldown's basically 2 seconds, and all these things are hitting you.
Yeah.
And like yeah, you gotta be paying more attention because like we're at 2x speed, and like I can see that you're not
Oh,
um you're
I'm
not
not pressing
speving it.
E on cooldown.
Yeah, your E's up look a lot of the time because you're not recognizing how fast your E comes off cooldown, right?
Yeah.
But yeah,
So what
you
am I?
should be.
I like half a second delayed in pressing it, but it's like that adds up over
Oh, of
six of
course, yeah,
them.
yeah, because
Yeah.
you used it like 4 or 5
What would you
times.
be doing? Would you be just like spamming the E while you're doing the grubs? Like what? How
It's
would
just
you be?
experience. It's like tempo. It's like a beat. Like you gotta
True.
get used to the beat. I say this is fine. Like but it's like the same concept with I think we've talked about other champs, like especially like Wukong. When you have ulti, how you should be playing when you have ulti and when you don't have ulti. Like if
Yeah.
you don't have to do this and this isn't gonna get grant you something big, you should just be hard farming right now after
True.
this ult play.
I think I was looking back, and then it was like, if that tongue doesn't hit, I leave. But I thought if it did hit, it should be like a good play.
Yeah, because this would be a Mira's weakness, right? When volatility happens, when you don't have resource, aka your ulti.
True. Yeah, because I'm definitely less tanky than like
Yeah.
I think I am.
Oh
It's
yeah,
almost like you
you're
rely on
full
the
AP.
CC to, yeah.
Yeah, you have to kill them for to win. So something about a Mimir that's a little bit different to other other tanks is that you're obviously a damage champ, right? The way you build,
Yeah.
the way your runes are. So Basically, you should try to use everything besides your Q and ult. So what I mean by this is,
Like stack conquer on him, you mean?
yes, yeah, stack conqueror. So yeah, what I mean by this is a very bad matchup. You tanking a Q order and getting ulted by Tom would mean you have to ult when you don't want to ult, right?
Okay.
So right here, since it's a bad matchup, like you lose the trade, his Q auto way out damage your Q auto E. So
Mhm.
we should have avoided this. And then after this, we should not ult. Well, you have to manage your mana here too as well, but you should
Mhm.
not be ulting until it's ideal. Like you're not engaging here. You don't have an 80 carry that has 3 items that's gonna follow up. You're all melee champs. So
Yeah.
so right here you should have saved your ult for the ideal either AoE or like Conqueror stacks or when Nidalee about to jump on you or Corki's about to W away, right? Or Tom after
So
Tom ult.
are you saying it was a bad fight to look for, or the way I played the fight was bad? Because like
No,
I
the way
have
you
a
play, well, the way
Malphite
you
and a
played the fight
Zed
was
with
bad.
ult, so I figured like I guess I'm not watching that Zed has backstepped so much, but like if I was playing Zed, I would be looking for the Amumu ult into the WEQ on the Corki, and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but that doesn't work if you don't ult Tom. So since Tom didn't get ulted, as soon as Zed full combos,
Uh,
Tom's just gonna eat.
sure. Okay.
So you need the AoE ulti and you need the follow up, right? Like you said, if you're playing Zed, you need to be here to get any CC off. Oh,
I'd be
sorry, cover off.
backstepping after that Q to try and get the AoE ult. Like Q into movement into ult.
You mean backstep Q right here?
Like once I hit the Q, step upwards to try and like land it on multiple people.
Yeah, if Zed was actually like involved, right? He's
Yeah.
like so far
Okay.
away and he just used his shadow. So we should be kiting back for his W.
I didn't see that he used the shadow. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't actually recognize until here, but yeah, he full comboed the Tom, would make sense. That's why he's so low. And then he just procced electrocute, so like we actually have no burst. So the
Sure.
fact that you guys even made this fight playable is like crazy. Like it's like
Mm,
almost like uh the best possible situation for your opponents.
fair.
Because the main thing is you're not thinking of this champ as a tank engage. That's like 6 items, right? Right now you're full
Yeah.
damage. There's no such
You're
thing
like a
as
skirmisher.
yes, you don't have Aftershock and Zeke's, you have Leandri's and Conqueror.
Yeah.
So one small thing here, when
Uh.
you when you auto attack, right, you get that passive proc, reduce their MR by like 10%. So whenever you
Yeah.
can just Q auto E, because you're not gonna get another E, right? She's just gonna jump over this wall. It's better
Yeah.
just to Q auto E here instead of QE.
Yeah. True.
Nice. Yeah, so it goes it goes back to the same thing. I mean, this worked out, but if you're gonna alt flash like this, you have to know that there's probably not much you can do um for the next 80 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean,
But aren't
it
those
works out
plays
really well.
like because my bot's like beside there? It's not like I'm looking for a gank. It's like all my camps are cleared, and I see Lulu's gonna try and like ward that.
Yeah, this is really good, but it has to be reliant on your teammates to do most of the work, right?
Okay, yeah. You're saying like it's gonna be very hard for me to kill people
By
without
yourself.
my ult.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. If
That
you
feels
see
like
they have the
almost at
resources,
any
good.
point in the game outside of like the first like 5 levels. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like the ult combo feels broken, but the actual like if you're just solo without ult, you're not doing that much damage.
Yeah, you have to be in the minion wave or the wrap like the E reset places basically to actually
Because when you take damage, your E goes on
auto
lower cooldown. Was
attacks.
that how it works?
Yes. Yeah.
Auto attacks, and then the the
And
passive is you reduce their MR.
the auto attack, yeah, if you auto attack them, yeah.
Okay. Same thing there. Was that a battle? Like it felt like my whole team was there. I don't know why. I guess Zed just used a shadow again, and
Yeah,
Malphite's
exactly.
too far back with his ult.
Look, like this guy, if you ult him, he's in range, but then you're
Yeah,
ulting Tom,
that.
which is the problem.
Yeah.
And then this guy, look at the distance between your range champs and this guy.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing again. I assume Tom is ult here, right? I didn't see him use ult either way. So
Yeah.
if your team can't trade normal abilities with this guy, because you can't, then it's going to be actually quite difficult to engage in front of him and past him. Unless you
Yeah.
can ult him at the same time as you ult your target that you want, your primary target, and you have follow up. So there's like a lot of conditions to complete for that
True.
to work out. So yeah, I mean in a sense Tom like counters you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, trading. Oh wow, they didn't get mid tier 2. Here I think you just missed a window. So they traded, right? Two people
Yeah.
dead. Next wave's coming. You should just stay and either because you still have ult. That after all that you still have
Yeah.
ult. So you should just use your ulti for this tower.
Yeah.
And this is just being down a lot of tempo from going from bot to top and starting Herald. They're already going to be respawning while your team hasn't based yet.
Yeah. So I pretty much like once my team bases, I shouldn't be doing that scuttle.
Yeah, you have to skip the scuttle. I mean, even the Herald is like they can stop your bait. You know, they can chase you out because they know you all
Yeah.
need a base or respawn. They could make you walk all the way to base gates and recall and then get tier 2. This is
Sure.
just really bad situation.
If I didn't get juked by the scuttle, maybe it was fine on that tongue.
I didn't see it, but right, you gotta run for the hills anyway, which is bad.
Yeah.
Surely, okay. That's rough.
Zed players.
Motherfucking Zed players.
When I played Zed, I was always thinking like, fuck man, if I just had like someone CCing on my team, it would be so easy. And now that I'm CCing, I still think that way. I'm like, how the fuck does this guy not just save W for my ult?
That is true. This one's good just because Malphite's gonna suicide with you. But if this was solo, you would go back to the same principle, right? Like you were trying to 1v2.
Yeah. Oh wait, but don't I like solo kill that? I'm so far ahead of the Nidalee. Like I'm gonna solo kill that Corki with my combo, right? Even if Malphite, like,
No, because Corki, because you're like think about it this way. When you CC them, you're stopping them from
yeah.
auto attacking you, right? Which means you're not getting
Okay.
as much ease as possible. So you actually want them to hit you, and then you want to do an ulti at the last second to blow them up and
Mm,
finish them off with your E. So let's say Malphite's out of the equation, you're 1v2ing.
yeah.
You Q auto E, and then what's gonna happen? They're both gonna auto
Should I
attack you, right?
always be Q autoing Eing? Or I guess if it's like a team engage, you don't have time to put the
You don't
auto
have
in, you're
time.
like
Yeah,
just
if
ulting?
yeah,
Okay.
that's the 4-5 item when you're not trying to get a full combo, you're just trying to engage at a time where your backline can follow up, right? That's like
Um, can you E mid Q or like you just
no, you
Q
can't.
ult?
No,
So
you
okay,
can't.
so in like
It's just
late
Q
game you
ult.
would Q ult. Okay.
Yeah, but you don't. You should
Uh,
Q auto. Uh, well, it depends. Merc treads, like I was just thinking about merc treads, but yeah, you can Q ult. But uh, if they have merc treads, like your Q ult will hit, but um, you just have to know that they're gonna die or take significant damage during that time.
yeah. Because you won't have like enough cooldown for your second Q for the chain CC is your point?
Well, the main thing is like you're sacrificing everything for CC, and then
Mm-hmm.
if they don't die or like take significant damage that's worth it during the CC, you're just a sitting duck in front of them, right? And it's like
Yeah.
if you don't, that's what I mean. If you don't play for DPS like with the auto E, then you're just gonna lose if the CC isn't significant in the fight.
Okay. Okay. So what you were saying here, let's say Malphite's not here. Why is it? Why don't I solo kill the Corki?
Because your CC is stopping them from auto attacking you. Your ulting
Okay.
these minions is stopping your E cooldown from being reduced significantly. The fact there's 3 minions here, I forgot, is gonna make your E cooldown go crazy low. Like, and E is your bread and butter, right? Your ulti is your bread and butter, I guess you could say, but your E is what makes this champion strong, right? With the
Yeah.
reduced cooldown. So imagine there's 5 different people auto attacking you, like the 3 minions plus the two. Yeah, you could get three or four E's off that you wouldn't have if you just press Alt here, because you're gonna stun everything and kill everything.
True.
And yes, you could do this and kill Corki, but you'd kill Corki way faster if you didn't ult him, right? Because again, the E cooldown. As soon as Corki see the W animation, then you can ult him and CC him halfway through and just finish him off.
You can stop the Corki. He's
Yes.
not like unstoppable in that for sure.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah. Like this
Okay.
nearly should have already been like half HP from the E spams.
Yeah. Okay. I follow.
It's probably my favorite thing about Murmur besides the obvious, right, with the ulti, is
Yeah.
just the amount of ease you can get off if you like value getting reduced cooldown. That's why I was saying it's really important to try to fight in the minion wave, in raptors, in golems,
Yeah.
grubs. That's when you're gonna be your strongest. So this one is actually a scenario where if you could, if you could get an AoE ult here, this would be perfect because
Yeah.
Jinx can follow up, right? And Janna can follow
Yeah.
up. Yeah, so now like at this point in the game we're pretty much I mean you still do quite a lot of damage, but we're nearing 3-4 items, so this is where you're probably gonna, like we talked about at the start of the review, transition more to getting better engages rather than focusing on getting as much DPS as possible.
Hmm. Why do you think people don't go on Ending Despair on Amumu?
Mm,
Because he's not tanky
I just
enough?
no, I think it's just the stick. The stick is quite it's quite difficult to stick, right? Like
Yeah.
obviously you have your ulti, but like your Q late game, no one's gonna just you can't change CCQ, right? So you Q, then there's 3 second cooldown. They walk away.
Hmm.
You auto E, your E has a cast time, and by that time that you're not gonna be able to auto attack them again if they're retreating. So it's
Yeah. So
actually
like having the
rare.
5 seconds fighting is harder to
Exactly.
achieve.
It's
Okay.
actually rare that you're actually inside someone's character for a long period of time unless you QR or Q them, right?
Okay.
Have you tried the new MR reducing item? I haven't tried it, but
Mm,
it
no.
would be good on a Mumu in theory if the item was actually
Like
good.
a second item if you were AP heavy on the team and thought you would need.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't seen many people buying it at all.
I have to experiment with it, yeah. It should be good for Leandry Torch champions, like Zara. Mumu is actually a little bit different because you do true damage, so yeah, that
Is
was
that a good
perfect. Yeah, that was
ult?
perfect. Yeah. I'll say target selection is bad, but the ulti is good. Like just work down. You should have just chain CC'd this guy.
Yeah. For some reason, I'm thinking Corki. I think Corki is their strongest member, but yeah, I can just play
Yeah,
with
you just need a reset on Jinx, basically.
that. Yeah. I really like how long the tongue is too. Like
The what?
that. How long the tongue is, like going from camp to camp.
What do you mean? The tongue?
Like the tongue, the Q. Like
The bandage
how.
toss?
It's a
Oh,
band-aid,
it's a
man.
bandage.
Hey, the tongue.
God, I
I
thought
thought
it
you were
was a
talking about
tongue.
Tom. I was like, huh?
I thought it was like a frog tongue, and okay, it's a bandage. Yeah, yeah,
It's a
yeah.
mummy. Come on.
True. Yeah, no, I thought it was a tongue.
It is deceptive when you backstep through the queue. I don't know why, but it feels longer when I backstep, but you're probably wasting more time. But yeah, it feels short when you chase someone and then you throw your Q though. That's what it feels like to me. Nice ult. Wait, you just have to get better at like basically the Q or the E habit, and then
I was
trying to,
never autoing before Eing. I won't lie to you. I was just queuing. Okay,
yeah,
so I will
read your
start
passive. Gives you
autoing.
10% extra bonus true damage, I think. Something close to that.
That sounds right.
Um,
Amumu. League P.
the second thing that I think good summary for the review is the DPS versus engage ultis, like at each stage of the game, especially 1 to 2 items, you're full damage, right? So just
Yeah,
you should play for DPS. We talked about the ECD as well, trying to
yeah,
abuse your passive on your E, and trying to just farm when you have ulti basically. Don't have ulti, sorry. And then when you have ulti, you miss the timer on the Corki when they like split the
yeah.
map and hit mid.
And I ran all the way to Rift. Yeah.
Yeah, instead of just killing bot tail and killing Corki, or making Corki just go somewhere else. But yeah,
Okay.
other than that, I think
What
it's all good.
champions are his biggest like counter? Like, what do you think he's really bad into?
Um, first thing that pops in my head is like a Janna or a Milio. Milio
Yeah.
definitely.
Any
Because
junglers that like fuck him up?
oh, I mean Nearly should be a bad matchup, but Nearly is quite a difficult champion. Wukong is
Like
good
Xin feels
matchup.
pretty good into Amumu,
Xin
I think.
is a good matchup if Xin stops Mumu from full clearing. Otherwise, Mumu
Yeah.
is a good matchup in the Xin because of how much
Okay.
auto attack resets he has. Same with Wukong.
Oh, fair. Okay.
Mumu is very good into Wukong because of the clone.
Do
You get a lot of
the
ease off.
does the Janna and Melio like you can get stopped mid bandage toss?
No, so the problem with uh Janna Miller is they stop you from being able to DPS, right? We talked about the problem of
Yeah.
when you Q auto E, the you can't close the gap anymore, right? Because your Q cooldowns extra 3 seconds after your first Q, so they can kite you really badly. And
Yeah.
obviously, the obvious thing is Melia ulting your ult, and then Melia pressing Q on you as soon as you bandage toss onto someone, and then you just push back and you're just stuck, like a sitting duck for 3 seconds because you don't have Q, right? And they know it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
getting kited is and heal and shields is the biggest problem, I'd say.
Okay.
You want to verse like okay, Tom is a bad example because Tom's really good at beating like tank v tank because of like Hearthstone Q, but like
Hmm.
other tanks, bruisers, uh, mainly bruisers, 80 bruisers. I wouldn't. I'd say tanks maybe sometimes you would lose to an Ornn, right, in a trade, but general auto attack bruisers are going to be your favorite matchups.
Okay. Makes sense.